Yeah, well, we're living in a world run by children, and we have been for a long time now. YouTube, Google, so on and so forth. And they are the kids. They're recent. Vast majority of them are recent college graduates, so I call them kids. But they're smart as hell. They got math skills deluxe, programming. And I studied physics and math and computer science, so I'm not completely ignorant when I say, these guys are smart, guys and gals. The problem is they got no life experience. None. Zero. Yet they're running the biggest platforms in the world where free speech is supposed to be valued. But what they do, they're sitting behind the scenes there and they filter all the free speech out that they don't like. So I think, well, it's tough. It's tough to say. Because it is such fun interacting with, lots of people around the world and blah, blah, blah. But I think if these enterprises, entities being run by children are shutting down, now, randomly, whoever they just don't like, and they could do that, all they gotta do is push a button. They should be shut down. We don't need Google, Yahoo, Facebook. The world worked pretty well without them before. We got a social society. Now they have turned a civil world into an isolated, distributed prison of psychotic individuals sitting in their little cells, tapping the keys on their computers. And it really is just a few people. Well, I don't know how many people they got making the decisions, but they got enough. Cutting off anything that they don't want to hear. And clearly they don't want to hear what's going on now in the news, which I'm not even going to go into, but I'll mention a couple of names. Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, Garland, Harris, a few other criminals you could throw into that group. Basically 535 of them, I guess, I don't know. I think they've all been compromised. That's always been my opinion. We got some brave ones, though, that maybe, didn't fall for the hookers and blow hookup first night they showed up in Washington after being elected. So I don't know. But we surely got a problem. And we cannot let, well, I don't know what we can do. I mean, America was a nice thought. Worked for a while. And then the criminals realized they could send their kids to school and pay enough money to get them elected to Congress. And now look what we got. Got the crime boss himself. Tens of millions of dollars they've exploited from other countries. And so what has our government become? And do you really want to, well, can you, actually it's a practical question, can you live in a country where it's being run by, super criminals? And, we could go into a few stories about Pelosi and blah, 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 and Schumer and some of the other, of course, Schiff, some of the other people in the 535 seats. But we don't need to. We're starting to see it. We're starting to realize, whoa, the founders made a great system, seemed like a good idea at the time. And for a long time, integrity, people caring about their reputations made it work. But now we're into the riffraff, the dregs of society, the criminals that can conjure enough money to get elected, and they're willing to say anything. What a mess. And we have one of the sleaziest fucking people to ever walk the face of the planet as our president. Well, and his son is, 10 times more sleazy. There's actually a picture out there of the little Hunter Biden. Oh, my wonderful son, kissing his niece's ass. Now, of course, as soon as that stuff was leaked, CNN and MSNBC dumped it, disappeared, and you can't find it now, but some of us recorded that. We have the laptop on my laptop. So bring it on, Joe. Sue me for telling the truth. Got a nation of people that aren't paying any fucking attention. This guy is a horror show. His son is a rapist and a horror show. Child molester at minimum, something like that. So, and I get it. Everybody's out there living their lives. I mean, I happen to be single, never got married. I'm retired. I get plenty of time to peruse. That seems like a useless word now. Assess. And these Bidens are bad people. You wouldn't want them anywhere near any of your family members. I mean, this is evil incarnate. So is the nation coming around, or will all the criminals in Congress who have already been compromised by hookers and blow the first night they stepped into Washington, will they finally, grow some balls, man, get a set, and say, the health of the nation, the future of the nation, may be more important than me being shown to have been compromised by that first night when they got me in the hotel with the hookers and the blow. Hell, I don't know. I hope so. But people are starting to complain. Even the Democrats are starting to complain. And, those are people that shouldn't even exist. The congressional Democrats. I'm not talking about people in the general population. So, but it seems like it's time for a change, man. The founders set up this wonderful system that seemed like it would work, seemed to work for a long time, and then gradually degraded. We got Bill Clinton getting blowjobs in the White House, and got stains all over the sweater, and then it just went downhill from there. Now we got the worst. Fuck. We got one of the most elite criminals ever running our fucking country. Are you kidding me? That's all I got to say.